What's going on, everyone? On today's video of Puddin's Fab Shop, we add 52 to 54 flares to this 1954 shoebox, so check it out. What I'm going to look at today is these little fender wells of this. I was planning on doing these last, but I really don't want to put the park light housing and the bumper and everything back on, get it all figured out, and then have to take it all apart again to have this nice and clear for this. So what we're looking at doing is adding these from a 51. I believe he said they're from 51. It's got this lip on it. With doing this process, we're going to try to lower these down as well to add an effect of looking even lower on this thing. He wants to try to get them down about a couple inches. So first thing I'm going to do is kind of trim this up to a little bit cleaner pattern where I can lap it on there, see how much it's going to take. Chris just rough cut these off of a car he had, parts car for me. So I'll start by marking me out a couple lines here. Nice little pattern. We'll trim it off. Maybe try that new plasma on it. We'll see how it's going to lap and get started. Well, done cleaning these things up. At least we're mocking up right now. For me, this corner right here is really important. We're looking at the metal, the distance up in this top piece where the metal comes out, where it kind of flattens out and there really ain't no more curve in it. It's about that distance where I marked it, where you seen earlier. And over here the distance is a lot less. I don't want to cut out any more of this fender than I have to, so trying to make this corner go from this diameter to this diameter and taper down correctly is going to be pretty important. I'm trying to make everything match up, I believe. So that's something I'm really paying attention to, trying to make sure this is nice and flowing looking, where hopefully it matches into the car the same way. We'll get this thing lapped up on there now, kind of see how it fits. The bottom of the old fender lip underneath there, to the bottom of this one, we are getting right at just under 2 inches of additional drop this is giving the appearance of. Right now this fender well is facing forward, but as I go to drop it back the way it should be, this lip's rolling up here. And that means that really this whole piece needs to go back just a hair. So what I'm going to do is drop that back down there like that. Make me some reference marks up here. That way I can get this thing positioned right where it needs to be. When I get it where it's real happy, where I'm happy with it, give a few more clicos in it like this, we'll stop there. For now, just so I can send some pictures to Chris real quick, make sure he's happy with it. And maybe when I'm waiting on him, I'll start cleaning up this metal here, front and back. That way when we go to make these welds, there's as least contamination as possible in them. You definitely always want to try to clean both sides of the metal if you can. When you go to full weld these things in, it's going to be a long process anyways. You don't want to make a bunch of nasty welds that's going to end up being pitted, have a bunch of little holes in it, be porous and everything. So take the time, clean the metal up good, both sides, do it right from the start, and it'll make for a nice clean weld. This matches real nice, like I was kind of worried about. There won't be a problem at all, especially once that gets butted up there, so we'll rock and roll from here. Driver side's trimmed up, it's clecoed in place. I have a series of 3 or 4 different reference measurements over there. Everything on that side's within a 1/16 of this side, which is really good, especially taking into consideration that there's no way this fender even matches that fender from the factory. So everything measured within a 1/16 is good. Reference measurement for where to put my angle finder, got them sloping the same way, so everything's great. He's happy with it, he likes the look of it. Kind of looking down in here, seeing what it's going to take to mold these out where it don't look funny. Everything from about here to here is going to be pretty straightforward. So what we're going to do is this blue line here, I made us a good measure, or a good reference line all the way around. We'll take this piece off. We are going to cut this fender right below that blue line, and then we'll come back in probably with a roll lock wheel and a 24 grit pad, and we will trim the rest of that metal right up to that blue line. That way everything's nice and a butt fit when we get through with it. So let's pull it off here and cut it out. We've got this thing fit up pretty well here. I'm happy with it. Pretty good fit, all except right here on this corner. Looks like I did get a little carrier weight with my cleaning that up. Decent little gap there, but it'll all feel fine. I'm gonna have to get a few tack welds along this top. It's matching up great. So I need to get it tacked up. That way I can get a few of these clamps free and be able to move them on down as we go here. Down here it's going to take a little bit of hammer and dolly work to get that matched up how it needs to be. And same over here, but really pretty straightforward shot here, so we'll get started. Well, that all matched up really good. Won't need very much body work there. Now what I'm gonna do next is push this gap over. As you can see, the left part of the factory lip there, this one was cut straight, so I angle cut it. That way I can mold these into each other. So I'm gonna get this gap happy, and then this piece here has been hammered this way anyways when I was first getting this to match up. So I'll need to get in here with the hammer it back that way. I may have to get behind this piece and kind of bring it this way and match them up, but it should work out pretty good, so we'll get her going. Well, my camera died the other day. I welded up this fender, full welded it up, started smoothing it out. Like you see here, turning out really good. I'm talking to the camera, baby. I had to work all weekend, worked an 18-hour day yesterday, so trying to drink this coffee, get woken up. We'll keep carrying on with blending this one out, hop over, get the driver's side one done, and after that we'll move to the front of the car again. Man, this side was fighting me. And on the back here, as you see, I had to cut out a little spot, build a little filler piece to go in there, and this metal just really was not wanting to match up over here. And I could see what it needed, but the hammer and dolly just wasn't working how I wanted it to. When I was trying to get one specific area, I was affecting another part, so it made it a very long process. The sucker's pretty smooth now. I got it really close one time when I was doing a little bit of finishing hammer and dolly work, where the metal was a little pitted from rust. It knocked through. I drilled that out to about a 1/2 inch hole, backed it with copper, filled it in nice and thick there, at least compared to how it was, and it smoothed out. But from the side profile, this thing looks great. This whole thing looks great. It blends in well. I'm very happy with it. It's matching up awesome, and now that's all left to do is a whole another side. So now that y'all see me do this side, I'm gonna try to get that side done. We'll check in then, so y'all don't have to watch this whole process again. Quick little victory dance there. Both fenders are done. Got primer on both sides. Both look good. This side went about the same as that side. Bottom was a little bit pain in the butt, but not too bad. A little bit more of the imperfection show with the primer on there, but everything still turned out great. I think he'll be more than happy with it. So I'm just happy that both of these are done. Give y'all a quick update over here. In the previous video, you've seen where we built that wall hanger that was hanging up here, a piece of that old like 1930-ish wheelies I had, and the International hood was hanging up over here. I moved both of them, so I want to take this time just to show y'all what I did, at least with the piece of the wheelies. That car was or this piece of the car anyways, I've had since I was fairly young, I guess like 16 or so. With that International. Dang, girl, looking good. Right over here in the front yard. Let's set up where y'all can see. Well, move that car over here. Have some rocks my buddy Lewis gave me. Some cactus that was over on my fence line. I made this no trespassing sign. Just kind of decorate up the front yard a little bit. It was really too big to have it on the wall in my shop. It's just kind of in the way. So, looks pretty cool over here. Check this out real quick. New little wall I added here. Bins where I can keep all my different abrasives, from like the flappers, cut-off wheels, grinding wheels, Scotch-Brite, 2-inch, 3-inch roll locks, different carbides, little 2-inch cut-offs. Everything I need as far as doing some metal finishing I can keep here. Built this little rack here where I can keep all my air tools hung up, keep it organized. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. That's it for this video. I hope y'all like the fender flares. They turned out really good, so I'm glad they're done, and we move forward on this car, be able to tear into something else next. I appreciate all the support I've got from everyone. I don't have a huge fan base right now. I don't have a lot of subscribers, and I don't get a lot of views on my videos, but I do have multiple people always asking me when my next video is coming out who do keep up with me. So the few people I do have keeping up with me, it means a lot to me. It'll make it where I want to keep doing this. Easton, those dance moves were for you, buddy, so maybe we can have a dance battle sometime and I can show you what's up. So y'all be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment. Check me out on Instagram at Puddin's Fab Shop, and we'll see y'all in the next video.